inside the mind of the masculine energy man. Hello, my name is Chengi. I am your dating and relationship expert. I am here to teach you ladies how to present as a high value, high status feminine woman that attracts high value, high status masculine men for love, marriage, and relationships. If that is you, welcome to the Black Swan Relationship Academy, where I am the head coach and trainer and course creator for the academy. So do spend some time checking it out. I am also in Black Swan Nation. This is a private Facebook group that you can only enter through subscription, and in there you will get on the minute coaching from myself and my coaches. We are in there answering your questions, giving you feedback, giving you scripts, what to say back, helping you out with your dating profiles, giving you feedback, giving you support, creating a community around you of high value women on the same path. The energy in that group is incredible, and the leaps and bounds that these ladies are taking to just win in the game of love, it will blow your mind. And if you want to join this community, all you have to do is follow the link below to Black Swan Nation and get yourself subscribed with a monthly subscription. And of course, I am having a 10-day free trial in the month of July because it happens to be my birthday month, and we cannot wait to welcome as many of you into Black Swan Nation as possible. Okie dokie. So let us continue on today's video. It was really very important for me that I give you insight into a masculine man's mind, because as we talk about femininity, as we talk about how to look feminine, walk feminine, talk feminine, just be feminine every single possible way, sometimes we think that that is enough, okay, that the way we look is enough. And so I want to give you a few points about really understanding a masculine man. I know we've done a few of them, but I really want to reinforce and come from different angles to help you ladies really get your head round, because we understand through repetition the mind of a masculine man. I understand something about masculinity. It's not something that a man has had to sort of impose on himself in order for him to be masculine. Again, to be very clear, I am talking about heterosexual masculine men who love women, who are attracted to women, who want to be with women, who identify as heterosexual. These are the men that I'm talking to, and this is the masculine energy I am referring to. These men, at their very core, are masculine. This is natural. You're going to see it in a 6-year-old. You're going to see it in an 8-year-old. When I was raising my son, he wants to protect his mummy. He wants to make sure mummy's safe and nobody must mess with his mummy. He naturally protects. Even now, my son is 15, and when we go, it's like, Mom, I'm paying. Mom, I'll do this. They want to serve. They want to make sure their feminine, whether it's their mother, their sisters, is safe. The masculine man has a natural wiring and propensity to provide and to give generously. This is why he is often victimized by women who are predatory, narcissistic, and gold digging in nature. They tend to prey on the element of his natural ability to give. So, this is why sometimes he gets screwed over, and why, unfortunately, some men start to be less giving. But the masculine man, by his very nature, is giving. If we look at his physical body, his penis is designed to enter and give. And when he climaxes, he releases sperm. And even though the woman only needs one sperm cell to fertilize her one egg, he releases millions of sperm into her body. And this is an indication of the generosity of a masculine man. A man that is mean, he doesn't want to share, he's stingy, he's This is not masculine energy. This is feminine energy within a masculine man, within a male who is heterosexual. So he's operating on a feminine principle. And unfortunately, when femininity is in a male who's heterosexual, it shows up in a very toxic way, because he's not actually built for that energy. It's almost like there's a perversion of his nature. So, and it's the same thing with women. When you are a heterosexual woman and you have high masculine energy, then you will usually show up as very toxic. You are the combative one. You're always aggressive and everything is a fight, right? Which is not necessarily masculine, but more for toxic masculinity, because masculine men actually are not interested in fighting and arguing and beating down things. They actually really enjoy peacefulness. They really enjoy, a peaceful environment with a happy woman. That is his preferred state of being. So we're talking about men who are naturally masculine. These are men that are not negotiating your position or theirs. They're just very masculine. These men have been made wrong for being masculine, and they have in many ways either hidden. So I always say that masculine men are like treasure, because treasure is always hidden. Masculine men are not easily accessible because of the way that they live their lives and because of the priorities that they use to govern through life. In the same way as feminine women are actually treasure, we are not naturally readily available because we're not doing the things that masculine energy women are doing, and we're not necessarily in those same places. We're often working on ourselves, working on being happier, healthier, healing. So we're not out there in short little skirts and boobs out and tits out trying to get a male attention, which is all very masculine energy. We're often really learning how to be more elegant, how to be more skillful, and we're usually around feminine things where men often don't find themselves. So for a feminine woman to be located really takes the heart of a king, a real masculine man, to hunt her down and to find her. Which is why God says that it is his pleasure to hide a treasure, and it is the glory of a king to seek it out. So a king, being obviously your high value masculine man, will seek out a feminine high value woman. A lot of men think that you can just meet her. We're not that easily accessible. Okay, so really important. So he is naturally generous, he is naturally giving, and when you're around him, you don't feel like he's resentful about what he's giving, and he is very, very willing to come out of his comfort zone to do good so that he feels good. The masculine energy does good to feel good. The feminine energy feels good to do good, right? So when we feel good, we show up. When a man does good, he feels good. Okay, so we need to understand those feminine and masculine principles. So he's always willing to do good, and the more good he can do, the more attracted he is. The more he can give to you, the more he bonds with you. A lot of us don't understand that when a man is giving, when a masculine man is giving, he's creating the hormonal cocktail to actually bond with you. Masculine men in general, do not bond sexually until they're in andropause. They cannot necessarily bond with you because they've had sex with you, but they do bond with you when they have to give. When they have to give, when they have to meet a standard, when they're generously giving, then they begin to attach and to bond with you. Which is why a feminine woman is receptive and allows herself to receive what a man gives her. Okay, she requires that he's generous and giving, because this is how she wins his heart. I know it's counterintuitive, it's not what we're taught, but this is why you're here at the Black Swan Relationship Academy, to understand the nuances of attraction when we're dealing with a masculine energy man. So not only is he generous, but he is a protector. It is in his nature to make sure that the animals, women and children are kept safe. He wants to protect the planet, women, children, animals. He is a protector. He was created to protect the earth and everything in it. He is the first principle. He is the leader. So it is very much in his nature to protect. A masculine man will sometimes forget you're a grown woman, and sometimes when you're crossing the road, he's gonna hold your hand, okay? And a lot of us get triggered. I'm a grown woman, I'm not 12, I can cross the road without your help. It is just in his instinct. A masculine man is going to walk on the side where the traffic is coming, and he will always keep the feminine in a safe place. It is natural. My son, when we're walking, will take that side of the road. If he feels, because he knows I'm totally petrified by dogs, he will, which is why I guess if you got a dog, I can't date you, sorry. And he will walk in front of me. When he sees a dog, he'll walk in front and he'll be like, Mom, are you okay? Right? It's not something I ask him to do. Any man that knows the things that you are afraid of, he's gonna naturally keep you safe. It is just part of who they are. If they see a woman on the streets in danger, they don't think about, is this the safe thing to do? The masculine man is just going to jump in and find himself in the middle of this fight, because it is an instinct. If he saw a child or an animal or a woman being in any way hurt, he's simply going to get in the way. It's just in his nature. He's not going to walk away and do, no, we're not doing any of this. Or if he sees trouble and he's with his family and he's with a child or a woman, he's going to be like, okay, we're not going anywhere near that. He's going to steer them away from danger. This is masculine protocol, okay? And last but not least, the masculine man is highly cherishing. What does this mean? This means that he doesn't want to see his woman upset. This is really important for us to understand. Masculine men actually really get their hearts broken when they're with a woman who they cannot please. No matter what he does for her, she's never happy. No matter how he tries to impress her, she's never impressed. No matter how much he tries to put a smile on her face, or she's kind of like, if he buys flowers, thanks. Like he cannot please her. A lot of husbands married to women are on their last brink, ready to walk away because their wife is never happy. There's nothing he can do to make her happy. If he comes home early, she's not happy. If he does the dishes, she's not happy. It's so important to the masculine man that he does something to make the feminine happy. It's really important that she is happy and at the very least, comfortable around him. This is cherishing. This is saying, I would rather, suffer than make you suffer. I would rather, forego certain things for you to be happy. This is naturally how masculine men are wired. Doesn't make them simps. It doesn't make them weak or stupid like a lot of feminine men have come to call masculine men simps or whatever. They're simply wired this way. They're acting out of their masculine nature. Now obviously a masculine man would need to be trained to vet the woman. He must not entertain or date a woman who does not respect him, who is not receptive to him, who is never available for him, who does not who doesn't bring joy and laughter into his life. This is what the masculine man needs to learn when he is vetting for a mate, so that he is not taken advantage of. Another thing that I want to share with you about masculine energy is that he would rather have an average looking woman than a beautiful woman who doesn't respect him. Respect is so important to the masculine man. This is how he knows he is loved. You cannot cherish a masculine man into believing that you love him. You have to respect him for his thoughts. You have to respect him for his words. And then when he knows that you respect him and you don't interrupt him when he's talking, and you don't shout over him when he's talking, or behave like you're talking to something that you don't have respect. If you respect a masculine man, he will love you. He will give you everything. Now, if we are just focused on being beautiful. If I'm beautiful and stunning, then that's enough. If we are those women, then trust me, a masculine man may date you. He may even have sex with you. He might even charm you. But he will not make you his lady. He will not. When he's ready to marry, you will be surprised, because you'll be like, but she's so plain and she's so average. She's not even impressive. You know, there's a YouTuber who put a picture up of himself and his girlfriend, and he's in the manosphere. He teaches men to be high value, high status, and obviously we're all excited to see his girlfriend, and she's really very average, very plain, very nothing that I think a lot of people thought she would be. And my son was showing me the picture, and I was like, yeah, I can see that. I can see that he chose a woman like that, even though he could probably have a supermodel. He could probably have the most beautiful woman walking on the earth. I can see why he chose this particular woman. She's not by any means unattractive, but she wasn't, you know what I mean, the kind of woman that you would think. And my son was like, why is that? I was like, because she respects him. This woman may be average looking, but she respects him. I don't even have to meet her for me to know that she respects him, because I know that this particular man is a masculine energy man, and he would rather be with an average woman who respects him than a beautiful, gorgeous woman who has no respect. A masculine man will always pursue the woman he wants. Masculine energy pursues. It is masculine protocol, and it is the masculine principle to identify what it wants and go for it. This is masculine. If you sit there and say, oh, I think he's shy. He's not shy, honey. Yes, masculine men can be shy, but trust me, he'll find a way. He'll send his friend to talk to you. He will send a note. He will buy you a drink. He will do something. If he wants you, he will act, because masculine energy is active. It's doing energy. So he's not going to sit there. Masculine men love to pursue a woman, but they don't like to chase. What does this mean? Chasing is running after somebody who's trying not to get caught. Pursuing is different. When I pursue something and it opens up and it is welcoming and available, which is the feminine woman, this is good. Every time I come forward, you receive me and you reward me by being kind and thoughtful and respectful, then he will perpetually pursue you in that relationship, even after marriage, because he will know that if he comes towards you, he's going to be greeted with warmth and kindness and love. This is really important. Masculine men get fed up with women that they have to chase, women that play games, women that are not available, women that are like, I'm just not going to answer his call. Do not fall into the game playing. Understand what it is to be truly feminine and be it. And you'll never have to play another game ever again. Masculine men need to lead. They have to lead. They have to. It's not because they've got fragile egos. It's not because, oh, these men are just so fragile ego. No, it is their nature is to lead, is to take the romantic lead and create that space and make that decision, because when he's made the decision, he's man enough to deal with the consequences of it going wrong. You see, feminine energy men, they don't have the ability to take on responsibility. A masculine energy man will make the final decision, having listened to his feminine and to everyone around him and taken counsel, will make that final decision with the full knowledge that if it all goes pear-shaped, it's on him. And a masculine energy man has perfected the ability to make decisions. Why is this the masculine protocol? Because feminine brains are not wired to focus, to think or feel. We think and feel. This is a part of our brain that determines feelings and thoughts. It's bigger. It's called the corpus callosum. It is bigger in a woman, which means we simultaneously think and feel, which often makes us irrational, illogical, and makes us beautiful in our way. But the masculine man has a smaller corpus callosum, which means he's either processing thought or he's processing emotion. This gives him the ability to make better judgments, to see the facts, to see things the way they actually are. And yes, he can get all of the other nuances from his feminine, but really, most of the time, he is going to come up with the best decision if he is left to do it, if he is left to lead, having listened and have given you the ability to communicate. It's just that he's built better for it. Can women make decisions? Of course we can, and we can make amazing decisions, and yes, we can focus, but not as efficiently and as quickly as a man is capable of doing, especially a heterosexual right-handed man, because left-handed men have the same corpus callosum as a woman, and biologically gay men have the same corpus callosum as a woman. So we have to understand that I'm talking again about the heterosexual male brain is just better wired to make decisions. This is why it's very difficult for men in churches to be played the way women are. The reason why a lot of these abusive churches have a lot of women is because women are usually emotionally swayed, whereas a man is going to be more rational about his actions and what he's doing. It's not about superiority or inferiority. It's about understanding difference and really respecting difference and letting those who are better equipped lead in that area. Because as women, we have our own area where we lead and we don't have to compete. And last but of course not least, he's always interested in the comfort of his feminine, of his family, of those who rely on him. Not just the physical comfort, but the emotional comfort. A masculine energy man never wants to see his woman in anxiety, unhappy, unsure. He always wants to make sure that she is, at the very least, comfortable. Thank you so much for watching. It's so important that we understand this. Doesn't mean that a masculine man has zero feminine energy. Of course he does. He has enough to help him function, to help him connect, to help him appreciate beauty, to help him, have those softer skills and to bring creativity in the world. Of course he needs feminine energy, and yes, sometimes he can be very vulnerable and share his heart and share his fears, and a feminine woman is going to receive all of that. All of that is welcome in a feminine woman's world. But when he's finished sharing his thoughts and sharing his deepest, darkest secrets and his vulnerability, he will, as a natural masculine man, collect himself, make a decision, and move forward. Okay, so this is the difference. So thank you so much for watching. I'm always excited to create these videos for you because I know you respect them and you enjoy them and you'll learn so much from them. Please share this channel, share these videos, and I'll see you in the Relationship Academy or in Black Swan Nation, whichever works for you. In the meantime, take care of you. Love you lots. Bye bye now.